Introducing the Standard Operating Procedures Handbook for Financial Management from the Sokoto State Ministry of Health. This guide promotes transparency, accountability, and efficient use of resources in healthcare.
Hello, I'm Aishat, Finance Director.
Welcome to an explainer video that will guide you on how to carry out very basic and essential financial management tasks that align to your organization's SOP.
This video series was developed and provided by the UNICEF Nigeria HACT team under the EU-SARA project for partner financial management system strengthening in Sokoto, Kwara, and Adamawa states.
What is a Financial Management Standard Operating Procedure? It is a formal document that explains how financial tasks and processes should be performed within an organization. It creates consistency, accountability, compliance.
What is the purpose of our new financial SOP?
To ensure transparency, accountability, and proper use of health funds.
Oh yes, and in this series we will be looking at the following.
So what do you think should be the content of a financial management SOP? Well, a financial management SOP should contain budgeting procedures, accounts payable payments, accounts receivable collections,
Cash management and procurement. Then, payroll procedures and financial reporting. Finally, internal controls and compliance.
Mr. SME, please can you take me through how a budget is prepared, approved, and monitored?
Oh yes, I will. First, a budget is a financial plan that estimates an organization's
set financial goals, gather data, and estimate revenues, draft, review, and implement the budget, monitor performance, make adjustments, and review periodically.
Budgets must link resources to measurable outputs. Each program needs key performance indicators reported quarterly. We use a timeline for releases and monthly variances to track performance. Remains have a percent and cent penalty.
We produce key budget reports including monthly budget performance reports, quarterly budget performance, half-year performance reports, and annual budget performance claim.
All donor-funded projects shall be fully integrated into the main budget with clear separation of funds. Donor budgets must comply with both government and donor outcomes. At 10%, variants are allowed only within the same economic head with proper justification and approval. A comprehensive mid-year review is conducted at budget requested only for emergencies, new donor funds, or major policy change.
Aishat, what are the key steps to raise and process a payment?
It starts with invoice receipt and registration, followed by three-way matching of purchase order, goods received note, and invoice. Then we follow the approval workflow with proper authorization limits, prepare payment voucher, and process payment, preferably via bank transfer. All steps ensure compliance and proper documentation. If it is for participants, we get attendance, bank details, and what are the daily tasks for maintaining the cash book? Every day, we update the cash book with all cash receipts and payments using valid supporting documents.
We record the date, voucher number, description, project code, amount, and running balance. It must be maintained both manually and electronically, with proper dual custody for cash. At the end of each day, we prepare the daily cash position report, showing opening balance, inflows, outflows, and closing balance. Aishat, how do we handle cash and bank accounts safely?
All cash must be handled with integrity and security. Only designated cashiers manage cash. Cash over 100,000 is kept in a fireproof safe with dual custody. Bank accounts need executive secretary approval, no private accounts allowed, and we maintain A and B signatories.
The Finance Department prepares a 12-month rolling cash flow forecast monthly, considering expected inflows from hierarchical donor funds and statutory allocations, as well electronic banking platforms enforce dual authorization, 2-of-A transition limits, and real-time alert. Good day. For our financial reports, the cash book and bank reconciliation must be ready by the 7th of the following month. This is the cash flow statement format. Here is the cash book table layout and the bank reconciliation format.
We also prepare the cash book, bank reconciliation, and project variance report monthly. The cash book must include date, voucher.
Aishat, how do we perform bank reconciliation?
To prepare effectively, we gather all key documents in advance: bank statements, payment vouchers, receipts, face forms, general. Every month, within 5 working days after receiving the bank statement, we prepare a bank reconciliation. It starts with the balance as per bank statement, adds deposits in transit, deducts outstanding checks, and adjusts for bank charges or errors to arrive at the balance as per cash book. This must be done by a non-signatory officer.
All bank charges are reviewed monthly for accuracy and reasonableness. Unusual charges are queried and in emergencies, the executive secretary can authorize expedited telecast recommendation and post-documentation and pro-quota reporting. The cash book is updated daily, both manually and electronically, reconciled monthly with the principal ledger, are recorded in the next financial year with regulates from the final accounts.
Bank reconciliations are done monthly within 5 days by a non-signatory officer and reviewed by the Director of Finance. Treasury management oversees the organization's liquidity, funding, investment of surplus funds, and financial risk management to protect capital and optimize returns. Effective treasury controls reduce funding gaps, manage interest rate and FX risk, maintain regulatory compliance, and support strategic decision-making. Grant management involves planning, approving, and reporting on funding from external sources.
Start with application preparation, then submit to the funder. The funder reviews and makes a decision.
We document all evidence properly using box files, cross-reference them with the transactions list in the system, and ensure that are placed properly in the shelf.
Cross-reference every transaction line to the face number. Match the cash book entry and attach all receipts.
The accounts receivable flowchart encompasses tracking and collecting amounts due from customers for delivered goods or services, including imposter instant and revenue recognition accuracy. The accounts payable flowchart demonstrates the process of receiving, approving, and recording obligations to suppliers and vendors for goods and services already delivered, typically resulting in scheduled payments and accurate liability reporting.
Let's review our year-end process. First, we correct errors and restate statements. Next is our year-end closellation, accruals, physical verification, and draft statements.
As you can see, our revenue and expenditure recognition timeline clearly outlines the financial reporting process.
And this table demonstrates our asset valuation and the straight-line depreciation.
Year-end closing process is comprehensive, covering reconciliation through to drafting statements.
And for audit readiness, we adhere to a strict asset valuation and
Aisha, what accounting framework do we use?
we follow IPSAS on an accrual basis for transparency.
To IPSAS 1, presenting the 5 main financial statements clearly.
We maintain records for a minimum of 7 years, with statements and audit reports kept permanent.
As you can see, our policy exception process is clearly defined and easy to follow.
Our chart of accounts is structured around funds, projects, activities, and expense lines for complete transparency.
Aisha, what are the rules for posting journal entries?
All entries must be supported by documents properly approved, coded, and reviewed. Errors are corrected by restating figures, and year-end closing.
What financial statements do we prepare?
We follow IPSAS 1 with statement of financial position, performance, cash flows, changes in net assets, and detailed notes with budget comparison.
Our chart of accounts follows a clear structure: fund, project, activity, and expense line.
And here we have the revenue and expenditure recognition timeline, alongside our asset valuation. Material prior period errors shall be corrected by restating comparative figures. All corrections must be documented, approved by the Director of Finance, and disclosed in the financial statements.
Let's review the correction of errors. Here is our year-end closing process flowchart. This is the 30-day timeline after year-end. And these are our key process icons.
Year-end closing shall be completed no later than 30 days after the financial year-end. Key steps include reconciliation of all bank accounts and ledgers, posting of accruals, prepayments, and depreciation. Monthly financial reports are due by the 10th working day, including income statements and budget comparisons.
And for quarterly reports, we provide a deeper analysis of performance and donor fund utilization.
These reports shall include statement of financial performance, budget virtual comparison, and cash position and bank reconciliations. We also prepare comprehensive quarterly reports and annual financial statements in full compliance with IPSAS. As you can see, our annual financial statements are fully compliant with IPSAS and include detailed notes and budget comparisons.
Moving on to donor-specific reporting.
All submissions are timely and adhere strictly to donor templates and requirements. Reports must be accurate, timely, and supported with relevant documentation.
Face forms for UNICEF and other donors shall be prepared accurately and submitted within the agreed timelines. All supporting documents must be attached and properly cross-referenced.
The internal audit function operates independently, reporting to the Executive Secretary.
Our key responsibilities are outlined here.
We conduct risk-based audits and regular compliance reviews, with a clear process for investigation and follow-up. Segregation of duties, or SOD, ensures that no single individual controls all stages of a financial transaction.
Moving on to approval hierarchies and limits.
All transactions must follow the approved limit. Key separations include authorization, recording, and custody of assets must be handled by different officers.
The Finance Department shall maintain and regularly review the SOD matrix. All financial transactions shall follow the approved authorization limits and hierarchy.
How should procurement be carried out in our projects? To ensure transparency and compliance, we use pre-listed and qualified vendors. For bigger procurements, we conduct on tender. We always require vendor business registration, backing the business name, prefect and we perform vendor due diligence. Waiting. For bigger procurements, we conduct open tender. All purchases go through the procurement committee for approval.
All procurements must demonstrate value for money through competitive pricing, quality, and lifecycle cost consideration. Procurement decisions shall consider environmental sustainability, local content, and support for women youth-owned enterprises where feasible.
Welcome. Let's review our procurement process. RFQ requires at least 3 vendors, while larger procurements follow full tendering with advertisement and bid evaluation. Contracts are awarded to the most responsive bidder and properly managed. All procurement activities are planned annually as part of the budgeting process. We use clear thresholds for procurement methods. All vendors undergo due diligence before registration. RFQ requires larger procurements follow full tendering. All goods received must be inspected by a goods inspection committee within 48 hours of delivery. A GRN is usually after inspection. Damaged goods are rejected and reported. Expenses are reimbursed if in advance rates with receipts within 7 days. Emergency procurement is for genuine urgent needs like disease outbreaks. Post doc to the Executive Secretary with him add result heat flask. Remain key checks clavenyeres on quality, timelessness, and compliance. Welcome, I'm Aishat, Finance Director. Let's discuss daily subsistence allowance, DSA, meals and incidentals at approved rates. You must submit a journey completion report to show within 20 days. For all official travels, claims must be properly approved in advance. They must be supported with receipts and submitted within 7 working days. Claims shall include the travel order, passes DSA and a completion report.
Treasury management oversees the organization's liquidity, funding, investment of surplus funds, and financial risk management to protect capital and optimize returns. Effective treasury controls reduce funding gaps, manage interest rate and FX risk, maintain regulatory compliance, and support strategic decision-making. Grant management involves planning, approving, and reporting on funding from external sources to ensure funded activities of
Fatima, how should our partner organization prepare for spot checks and external audits?
To prepare effectively, we gather all key documents in advance: bank statements, payment vouchers, receipts, face forms, general ledger, and transaction listings. Organize everything chronologically and ensure they are properly labeled and reconciled. Reports must be accurate, timely, and supported with relevant documentation.
Face forms for UNICEF and other donors shall be prepared accurately and submitted within the agreed timelines.
All supporting documents, such as invoices and bank statements, must be attached and properly cross-referenced.
For variance analysis, any significant budget variances above 10%, capacity gaps identified through hacked assessments or audits shall be addressed through structured capacity development plans for implementing partners and internal staff. A comprehensive risk register shall be maintained and updated quarterly. So, as you can see, all hacked assurance activities are scheduled and critical. Micro-assessments, spot checks, visits, and audits all inform our risk ratings and capacity development plans. Do you know that our organization and partner have zero tolerance for child abuse, fraud, and sexual exploitation and abuse?
Really? Tell me more.
All staff, partners, and contractors shall adhere to the zero tolerance policy on sexual exploitation and abuse. Mandatory PSEA training shall be conducted and reporting mechanisms established in line with UNICEF and international standards. As you can see, the ministry is fully committed to transparent financial management.
Indeed, and all staff must uphold high ethical standards. Risk management implemented in phases.
All staff must uphold high ethical standards, avoid conflicts of interest, and report fraud immediately.
Risk management is integrated with a quarterly review
Written in phases.
Thank you for watching this standard operating procedures video series for
Financial management.
This video series was developed and provided by the UNICEF Nigeria Hacked team under the EU SARA project for partner financial management system strengthening in Sokoto, Kwara, and Adamawa states. Our hacked FMSS approach is built on the 3 Ps.
People, we mingle and met partners for best practices.
We pull and mentor partners for best practices. And program delivery. We deploy essential tools, skills, and knowledge for optimal program delivery, ownership, and sustainability. Thank you for watching this standard operating procedures video series for
Financial management.